Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, but today's video is very exciting. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you know that this month I'm launching a workout program, fitness program with my friend Miranda. It's called MUSCLE MOMMY TOK. Very excited. So Miranda was just on her first season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and we've been friends for several years. I've been writing her workouts for several years. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and it just happened to work out this year. So we're so excited. Today, I'm going to go grab Miranda. We're gonna head to the gym and do one of our workouts from the program. This program drops May 26th, and it's designed for women to help them build muscle, sculpt their body, get stronger. It's the blueprint of the workouts that Miranda has been doing the most over the last few years. The style, the structure. We're also going to sit down and do a little Q&A and answer any questions you guys have about the program, because I asked over on my Instagram if there were any questions, and just give you all the nitty-gritty details. So let's go grab Miranda. I'm so excited. That's it. See you in the next clip. Hey guys. We made it to the gym. We are going to be doing day B in the first phase. That's it. We're gonna get started. Let's do it. Let's go. Feeling kind of sore. Miranda had a migraine yesterday, so we're gonna keep this workout kind of light. Woo.
Different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life. You like to drive, get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, me like when you feel like calling at midnight. You got the best of me. You got me losing sleep. I've been hopeful, baby. I was hoping maybe that you'd cross my path. I've been sinking lately, and it's hard to move. Think I'm stuck on you. We're in transits, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wonder, can we trust the stars above to let us know how to go? We only got this life, no guarantees and stars align. Follow your passion trail and try to keep an open mind. Hiding it by myself, no guarantees you'll find me. Said if it's faith you'll find me, leaving the past behind. We're in transits, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wanna know, can we trust the stars above to let us know how to go?
Hi guys, we're back from the gym.
Hello.
Ready to answer your questions.
Yes.
All about Muscle Mommy Talk. So, you guys probably know Miranda. She was featured just recently on her first TV season,
I was.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Check it out.
And the timing of this program was just perfect. So we've actually been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah. With filming, my schedule was so crazy, so all over the place. It still kind of is, but it's slowing down a little bit. And so I'm able to get back into the gym more consistently, and I'm back on top of my nutrition grind, all of the things. So I feel like I'll probably be posting more about it as well.
Yeah.
versus before. I was too busy to hardly post anything.
Yeah, running on fumes.
So, yes.
We actually met at a activewear photo shoot.
Yes.
We started hanging out more when we ran into each other at the gym. So funny. It's like meant to be.
I was so intimidated by Elle at first.
Are you serious?
You had your septum piercing still.
Uh-huh.
That was also back when you did like your winged liner.
Yeah, like, this girl's
like,
edgy.
and you had like your black hair.
Yeah.
At that, and then your piercing blue eyes, and I'm just like, I was like,
it's so funny. Like probably came off like
and
I
you're
was
kind
gonna
of
be
quiet.
Yeah.
Too. I thought the same thing about Shania too.
Oh really?
I just feel like really pretty girls when they're quiet. Sometimes like you're kind
You
of
get
like,
a little scared.
I'm like, oh, I
That's
can't
funny.
tell if like she's nice or if
That is so
and then it's
funny.
hilarious because you are like the nicest, most genuine person on the planet.
It's like so
And-
opposite of the vibe I was
Oh, it
giving.
was so opposite.
That is so funny.
opposite.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, and look at us now.
I know, so cute. Yeah, when I saw you at the gym, I was like wondering if you were gonna come say hi. I got nervous, and then you did.
Was this at
Vasa?
Vasa?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So funny. But then we kind of started working out together from there.
Yeah.
And usually we just like would do whatever workout I was doing.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I got you into the full body workouts.
Oh, you did for
Okay.
sure. I always did like isolated muscle groups
Like
before.
bro split kind of a thing.
Yes, and I remember feeling like I was seeing results quicker than I ever had doing the program. The only difference, and I was working out 4 times a week, I would say at that. Well, maybe 5 actually, because I think I was actually working out a little too much then.
Okay.
I remember in the beginning of it, because it's also like, it wasn't like a crazy long, intense workout, but I still I feel like I got a really good workout. Didn't take forever, and I saw just results so much quicker than I thought. I'm like, the only difference really here, I think, is that I am doing all of the muscle groups more consistently, right? And then if I did miss a day, it was nice because I wasn't missing a muscle group for the week because I knew that I would still hit that muscle group the next day or 2 days later or whatever. After that, I was kind of like, I'm actually kind of hooked on.
Sold.
There are things I love about working out legs, but I prefer
Yeah.
working out upper body. I just have so much more fun doing it. I think that having designated leg days, I would go into the gym and be like,
You're kind of dreading.
You
just know it's going to be real hard.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh. But when it's like kind of spread out and I'm still getting a really good, leg pump, but I also get to hit full body.
Yeah.
It's not as like so taxing. It didn't feel so daunting going to the gym
Yeah.
and knowing that I had an intense leg day. Because I still would get a really great leg pump, but I also got to do some upper body and like some other things that I liked doing too. So.
And sometimes you have to be like forced to work out less days, and then you start to see better results as well before you're like convinced that you
Yes.
can actually do less.
Yes, I started seeing results so much quicker as well when I stopped working out as much.
Yeah,
which
and
is
I feel the
crazy.
same as well. I think this is really common. If you don't know, I do one-on-one coaching, and I have for several years, so I see this all the time, especially with like the women I work with. I think the culture here in Utah, women are very driven, and they tend to do a little too much.
Yes.
But I think women in general, like we've always
Go-getters.
go-getters. We've always been told to do a ton of like cardio and really feel like beating the crap out of ourselves in the gym, and you kind of have to break that down.
Yes, and
Because that's not true.
it's hard to like rewire that
Yeah.
mindset because I feel like at first when I wasn't able to go to the gym as much because my schedule was so crazy, I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose muscle
you feel
mass and
guilty.
and then the opposite happened and I started losing weight quicker, losing fat quicker, and you could see my muscle tone more. I was still going enough to maintain the muscle that I did have, but I was also not stressing because I was seeing those results and my body wasn't as inflamed. I wasn't stressing over missing those days, and now it's kind of like my norm to work out 3 to 4 times a week rather than like 5 to 6 like I was. Yeah, I'm way less inflamed and happier.
We built Muscle Mommy Talk around that. This is obviously what Miranda has seen the best results with, but it's also like majority of my clients have seen the best results. I've honestly been on 3 workout days a week for a long time now. It's like my favorite way to do it. The whole program, we wanted it to be very realistic, sustainable, especially tailored to women who are super busy. Career women, busy moms, which Miranda's both of those things.
Yeah.
We just wanted it to be very efficient. We wrote this to be it's structured, and there's not just a bunch of fluff to like get you sweating or moving more, or just those things that don't really matter.
Yeah, it's very much with a purpose, for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's included in it. So the whole thing is 12 weeks long. There's 3 phases, and the phases are structured with progressive overload, which we'll touch on in the program. But progressive overload essentially is just like increasing challenge over time. So increase the weights in some way or the reps. There will be a nutrition guide included, 93 pages long. It includes over 10 videos, like video trainings on different topics, whether that's like how to read nutrition labels, how to find your own macros, tons of things. It's like a nutrition book on steroids, I like to say.
Hell yeah.
And then we also have optional days because Miranda does this too, where she'll do some weightlifting days, maybe like 3 or 4, or incorporating like Pilates or something like that. So there's a 4th day on each week, each phase that you can do. Or if you would rather do your Pilates class or your yoga class, whatever it is, you can also swap that out. So
yeah.
Flexibility.
Well, diversity is always nice.
Also, you will see demo videos on every exercise, how to do them. There's a good chunk of exercises that have modifications. You also get lifetime access. So when you buy it, it's yours forever. You can repeat the program. I like to gather programs and I'll come back to them.
Well, I've also repeated your program that you initially created for me because there was a while where I wasn't working out consistently and I felt like I wasn't as strong as I was when I stopped doing it as much. So I like kind of went back to the beginning and like started doing them from the beginning again and still loved it just as much, but it was nice that I had that option.
Yeah. So it's like I will always go back to workouts I've done before. And they're a different challenge when you go back because you can go heavier in weight if you're stronger and that sort of thing. So let's go over who it's for.
I'm like, it's for you specifically.
It's for you watching this. Okay, so this one's for women who have a goal of looking like lean, toned, sculpted. If you want an external goal, if you want to have the blueprint for what to do in the gym, like you're sick of winging your workouts.
Which you will also like the gym more when you have more structure.
A plan.
I feel like that's something that you don't really like realize, but then once you do have a specific structure, it makes it a lot easier to go, you feel more productive, you get it done quicker, and it's less mundane, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Least.
You're taking out the guesswork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always like modify things too if you want, like within the program or whatever.
Yeah, you can for sure. Also, if you're someone who has done a lot of cardio, and I say that through like whether it's running or classes like Orange Theory, Burn Boot Camp, those are very cardio aerobic based classes, even when you're holding weights. You have no rest time, so you're moving a lot. If you do those kinds of classes and you are frustrated with like the lack of results you're getting, this would be a great program for you to switch over to.
Yes.
Back off your cardio and do this instead.
Yes, I used to do HIIT workouts all the time. It wasn't until after I stopped doing them, I actually stopped cardio altogether. I would maybe do like a little bit of a light walk prior to lifting just to warm up. But when I stopped doing those, I started seeing results a lot quicker. I didn't realize how much I was spiking my cortisol when I was doing those workouts. You know, that's not the case for everyone, but if you're not seeing results from doing it and, you know, if it's just you're just gassed, but you don't feel like much is changing, it's definitely worth looking into changing your approach. For me, I think it was my autoimmune disease that was really coming into play with that too. I think it was spiking my cortisol, stressing my body out, and in turn, I was holding on to weight. So I think that's something to consider because I think a lot of women, especially right now, it's like an epidemic with autoimmune diseases and just inflammation and cortisol in general. So it's definitely worth shifting your approach.
Absolutely. Just to touch on it really quick, we'll talk about this within the program too, but the reason cardio isn't a great tool for getting a toned, sculpted look is because our body's always adapting to get better whatever exercise we're like demanding of it. So if you're doing high intensity cardio a lot of the time, your body gets better at that by trying to do the same activity on less calories. And if it doesn't have a strong signal to maintain muscle, that's the easiest way for it to adapt and get better at the cardio. So you'll usually lose a bit of muscle, especially when it's paired with not eating enough, which a lot of women have a problem with.
Right.
But you lose muscle, you know, your metabolism can slow down a bit, and then you kind of get in that position where you feel like you're working really hard, but not seeing like that tone that you want. So proper strength training with good rest periods, exercise selection, rest days.
Proper calorie intake.
Yes, the best way to get toned and sculpted, and that's exactly what's in this program. So we love it.
We love to see it.
The only people I would say this is not for is if you are a absolute cardio-loving cardio bunny.
Yeah.
And you don't really care about getting sculpted. You just like love to do cardio because that's just your favorite thing. Probably not the program for you. You can always give it a try, but there's minimal cardio in this. And then it's also not for anybody like wanting to do a home workout. This is completely gym-based program, but I do have another program. It's called Sculpt Anywhere, and that one's a no equipment program. You can do that from home and start with that.
How long are the workouts? They're about 45 to 60 minutes. Don't they get a little bit longer toward the end?
Yeah. The longest I would say is probably 75 minutes towards the end.
And also it's like, it's going to vary person to person.
Yeah. Finding equipment. Like the first time you go to do the workout, if you don't know where certain pieces of equipment are, it takes a little bit longer.
Yes. Yeah. And then also like putting rest periods into it. You know, some people are going to have longer rest periods than others, or but 45 to 60 minutes, which is nice because, you know, especially if you are a mom or if you're just a busy person in general, it's hard to go and have like 2 hours to spend at the gym, right? Like nobody really wants to have to spend that long at the gym.
You really don't need that.
You're usually on a mission, yeah. So I feel like it's nice to be able to have that small window and you can get a lot done in that time.
Yeah, for sure. Can beginners do this? Yes. I will say this is beginner friendly, but if you have like no idea about anything fitness, anything gym related, you might do better to start with like the no equipment program first. Or we were talking about this before, just kind of watching demo videos before you get to the gym. Like thoroughly go through, watch all the videos, because that's probably gonna be the biggest learning curve, is just like learning equipment.
Yeah. And maybe your first time doing it too, doing like very, very light weights, or even if you're doing like, I don't know, what's one of the, like squat rack workouts.
Yeah.
Like
so,
if you're doing just no weights on just the bar or
yeah,
something
you can
like
even
that.
try body weight. You can swap things out, make it a little easier. Or like there's barbells, if you're unfamiliar with the gym. There's barbells that are on the squat rack, and then there's like the easy bar, which in the demo videos, you'll see that too for the modifications. We strongly suggest meeting yourself where you're at. It's actually usually best the first time you go into a program to be a little bit on the side of caution. Yes, challenge yourself, but you're going to get better results by like slight challenges, not just going balls to the wall,
Right.
ham.
Yeah.
You know.
If you can't do all 4 days, that's totally fine, because the 4th day is optional anyway. So if you can just do 3 days, I think you might be surprised by the amount of results that you can get even just within those 3 days.
Yeah.
There are some weeks where I don't do the 4th day. You totally have that option.
Okay. What kind of equipment do you need? So everything that comes with a gym, barbells, dumbbells, all that kind of stuff. Additional ones, I would say like a barbell pad for like hip thrusts, but most gyms have that. You just ask the front desk or look around.
Sometimes I just like roll up my jacket if I have to. Too.
Yeah, or use a yoga
or
mat.
the yoga mat,
Yeah, I've done
roll
that
up the
before,
yoga
too.
mat. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you do. An ankle attachment, most gyms will have that too. I got one from Amazon, really cheap though. I like to carry it in my bag. And then like hip circle resistance bands, they'll use that a bit too. But just like basic gym equipment.
Yeah. Can you repeat the program more than once? Yes, you can. I've repeated workouts that Elle has created for me in the past multiple times. Once you have it, it's yours, and you'll have it forever. So you can always revisit it.
Is there a community or check-in system? So when you sign up for the program, you'll give me your email. We plan on sending out motivational little check-ins weekly or bi-weekly. Also suggest when you start the program to hold yourself accountable to post on social media. Tag us, we'll repost it.
Yes.
It kind of like when you tell other people you're doing something, it holds you
accountable.
to it.
Yeah, holds you accountable, because now you're like, well, great, now I can't embarrass myself by not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I also suggest taking progress photos. Those can be helpful.
Yes.
Keep you accountable. I have my one-on-one clients take them one time a week, like at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's also going to be a printable PDF form you can download, and you can put on your fridge or wherever you're going to see it and check off things. So you can check off your workouts, your water intake, your step count, just like little things to keep you motivated.
And I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like when I have like actual things that I can use as like, rather than like mentally checking it off, yeah, I feel like I do so much better if I have some sort of like physical, written down, yes, like checklist that I can actually like physically check.
It's like a
them
dopamine hit.
It is. It truly is. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yes, like I'm so accomplished. It's so nice.
Perfect.
So that'll be good to have.
Is it better than one-on-one coaching? This program's amazing. We poured our souls into this, but nothing beats one-on-one coaching.
One-on-one coaching is so tailored to you. Then you would be creating their own macros. You're doing specific check-ins for their macros with, she's so good at including mental health check-ins, like all of her check-ins. You're, checking in mentally, emotionally, and physically, which I don't feel like a lot of coaches do, which is another thing that makes Elle so great. Obviously, when something is specifically tailored to just you rather than like a general demographic, that's always going to be a better and more in-depth option. But this is like the next best thing.
Yeah, for sure. And also it comes to price point as well, which we'll discuss.
Right.
But one-on-one coaching for sure is like the most expensive. So this is a way to access people who maybe don't want as hands-on of help or don't have the means to get that.
Yeah.
Next best thing, and again, there is so much information in this and you'll see great results. So whichever place you're in, they're both great.
Right.
Someone asked about the app and if it will be structured. So the app does make it really easy. Once you've bought the program, you have access to the app and you will be able to watch all the demo videos. You'll be able to write in like what weights you used and kind of track things. Very accessible, very easy, user-friendly, right on your phone. How do we become a part of Muscle Mommy Talk? So when we launch on May 26th, you can just purchase the program through the link. We'll both share it.
You're in.
Are in. That's it.
And then you're a muscle mommy. Welcome to the team.
Okay.
It's far less dramatic than normal mom talk, I'll tell you that.
Less of an initiation.
Yeah. You don't have to be voted in by the raise of hands.
Okay, I think that's all the questions we have. Oh wait, but pricing. We can't not talk
pricing.
about that. So the price of the program is $169, and again, you have lifetime access. You can do it as many times as you want. But we wanted to do a sweet little promo because it's been so fun, and we both have kind of discussed that it's been like a divine time in the last, like, I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah.
We're both into that woo-woo spiritual energy.
The woo-woo angel numbers, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, we love it. So the first 50 people that buy the program are going to get it for $111. 111.
Really to show you that you're on the right path.
Yeah, so
Like, we're playing universe.
I feel like we had to do it. It was just like too sweet. There's been too many synchronistic moments coming into this that I just wanted to give a little nod to our angels, you know?
Absolutely. And they're nodding back.
So I would like set your alarms for May 26th. I will announce on Instagram as we get closer, like the exact time, because it's not going to be like midnight.
No.
It'll be like,
I would say like 10 a.m. or something.
Somewhere around there, but we'll confirm. So you can be one of the first 50 people to get it for 111, and then once those 50 people have bought, it'll go up to the 169. That's it.
That's it.
We're so excited. It's been a long time coming. Honestly, like years in the making. So
I know. Better late than never.
I know. It's gonna be great. And who knows, down the road, we've discussed maybe doing volume 2. We'll see.
Heck yeah.
Whatever you guys want.
Well, we'll see you on the other side of Muscle Mommy Talk. We can all get jacked together.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.